Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting to the Bone and the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always, I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hello.
This is our spin-off show to Cutting to the Bone and the Post-Truth Apocalypse, which you can follow on Facebook at Cutting to the Bone and the Post-Truth Apocalypse, YouTube at Apocalypse Bull, and SoundCloud and most other podcasting platforms at Cutting to the Bull in the PTA. This is, like I say, it's our spin-off show. We talk about weird shit we found on the net this week, and we address the major elephant in the room to start with. Let's address it. Let's do it.
What now?
Big earthquake. Now, obviously, last week we did an episode on polar shift and geographic polar shift, and then we also we discussed the idea that the fact that the Earth's core had stopped spinning. And it kind of slopped and flipped. And we said, well, that could be a sign of polar shift or geographic polar shift. And obviously the guy that wrote the book said, hey, it's going to happen in a day, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a massive major earthquake in Turkey and Syria. And we took death toll still climbing. So we seen footage of these, and the footage of the 7-story building just go down like a deck of cards.
Yeah.
You ain't surviving that.
There's like 23,000 and still going to climb, isn't it? And yeah, what
was it on the Richter scale? They said yet
7.8.
7.8 is still fucking high, still
and then
massive.
the one in Syria was 7.5, I believe it was. So almost as powerful. Well, the problem is their infrastructure's not. It's not.
No, you can always say, they're building standards and
yeah, it doesn't help.
They're not designed to last, to be stuck like something like that, but not many buildings are.
They were nasty earthquakes, let's face it. They were some of the most powerful ones.
7.8 is pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's never. I think the highest ever has been like a 9.1 or something like that.
If I was a holy man, I'd be praying for them all, but I'm not. But I certainly send them all my wishes and hope that.
Thoughts and prayers, Pete. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts.
Absolutely
and prayers.
meaningless. Just sounds good.
Yeah. No, it's true. You do feel for them, don't you?
Either way,
you'd like to hope that people are still found
of course,
alive. But,
you want maybe able to survive as possible, but it's a biggie, isn't it? It's unlikely that death tolls. It's always likely that death toll is going to climb high, but still, it's strange how we have that link.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a question, wasn't it? Oh, is this bloody core stopping and flipping? Is that going to have any effects? Well, a week and a half later, massive earthquakes.
You know, that's what you'll look at, and certainly I think we might be due a magnetic switch.
Definitely do that, yeah.
And if we are, I've got some news later that'll really make you happy because the sun's playing up.
Playing up.
Yeah. On to some more recent news. I mean, I didn't see this Grammy performance, but it was plastered across my Facebook feed. And
I haven't seen it either. Is there a video of it?
I've heard about it. Is there a video? There is.
Sam Smith.
So yeah, Sam Smith in his Grammy performance doing the song Unholy. Church of Satan has weighed in.
Oh, so the song's called Unholy?
Haven't you heard it?
No. So, okay, so he's just dressing up to act with the song. Is that what we're getting from this?
Yeah.
So
the stage was lit red with the addition of metal cages and dancers circling around Smith, who sported a red-horned hat and a cheeky devil reference while singing about doing something unholy.
Okay.
Sure you've heard
Turns out that Piers Morgan flipped his lid and said Sam Smith was Satan. Yeah, I don't see it.
He has got a top hat with Satan
Oh,
on
it's
it.
blasé though, innit?
And he has got a goatee.
Well, I've got a goatee.
You're not wearing Satan horns.
I think you can't see him.
I just think it's so fucking cliched. I mean, he did all that back in the 80s and...
Oh, bad metal bands did this.
That's what I mean, they've done it in the 80s, the whole Satanic Panic and all that.
Well, America's never left the Satanic Panic, like... We'll never sit on that one day.
But it's just, you know...
There was a video a few years ago, I can't remember what artist it was now, but it was sort of like a satanic-y video, and they jumped all over that as well.
I mean, I don't particularly want... If I had kids wanting them to watch this shit,
I wouldn't watch it with them anyway. It's boring. Who watches award shows?
Millions and millions.
I don't. I've never felt the need to watch an award show ever, apart from the WWE maybe Hall of Famer entry before the night before WrestleMania. That's about it. That's the most I've ever got. I've never felt the need to watch the Oscars, anything like that. I didn't think. I suppose in America they're a bigger thing, aren't they? They're not a massive thing over here, are they? In Britain?
Well, you get a lot of people have like Oscar parties and things.
Yeah.
Which is sad, really.
Well, some people are into the singing one, Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, people love that shit, don't they?
People get round and have drinks and
Oh, I
have a
couldn't do that.
Eurovision party, don't they?
I
People
couldn't
are
do
into
that.
it. Weird.
No, thank you. It's not for me. I've never watched Eurovision Song Contest in my life.
I'm buying them tickets because it's in Liverpool this year, isn't it?
Oh,
I'll buy you some tickets.
no, you're alright. Just give me the cash value, please.
Go and camp yourself up.
Just give me the cash value, please.
We'll go to the pub.
I go to the pub instead. Oh no, we're not in the pub. I can stay at home and watch what I want to watch and get pissed on cans. Anyway, not everyone's as outraged as at the show because David Harris, Magister for the Church of Satan, has told TMZ he thought Smith and Petra's performance was, quote, alright and nothing special. At this rate, the red clothing devil out of fire is nothing new and it's imagery that has been used before by artists. With the TMZ article describing how it is all kind of passé.
That's what I was saying, it's all been done before.
Yeah.
It's not like he had blood coming out of his mouth and then spunking blood and shit everywhere, is it?
It's not like a Rammstein show where he'll jizz onto the crowd with a prosthetic penis.
Do they?
He has done in the past, not so much anymore, but Family Values Tour 97, 98, something like that. My first time I ever saw Rammstein, and I watched this German guy singing this fucking kick-ass song, then whip a prosthetic cock out and start spraying it to the beat, wanking it to the beat, and his cum's just spraying out the end. I was like, what the fuck's this? Great song though. And he shot flaming arrows into the air. Lot of pyrotechnics.
Like a good evening.
Lot of pyrotechnics at a Rammstein show. I was like, I was like 30 feet away from the stage to the left a bit when I saw them, and I could still feel the fire coming from the flamethrowers mounted on the camera tower back about another 50 feet that way to the right.
At least you're out of the...
And on the stage, I'm still getting like faces still tingling from the fire.
At least you're out of range of the spunk, the cum shot.
I was out of range of the cum shot. You didn't do that though. I think they may have toned that one down a bit. But yeah, it's not like he's doing that, is it? You know, he's just prancing around, being a bit, I don't know, he's one of these, he's a person that wants to be referred to as they or them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Which I don't get, but whatever. So you can't call him Sam Smith, technically, he's just them. Or they.
Well, Sam's a male or a female.
Well, he's
name,
not non-binary, isn't it?
That's right, he's them. I don't know how it works, we're not going to get drawn into a discussion about that.
Right, they, you know.
I don't know how it works. Unless I'm going to draw into talking about it. All I know is whatever, I don't care.
I'd just say, oi!
Non-binary.
I just say, look, what
No!
look, alright, are you Sam or what?
Person!
You Sam or what?
Oi, Sam or what?
You know, are you Sam or what should I call you?
So why would ever take you out?
That's a politician.
For now.
Moving on.
Claire might go vote for me, ain't you?
Yeah.
No comment.
Oh, man.
Scientists have discovered a huge chunk of the sun has broken off.
Well, that's not good with that weakened polar field.
Certainly isn't.
Is this your son playing up?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the actual headline. The sun's playing up.
It would be if I wrote the news.
It's a bit yam-yam, isn't it?
Oh, the sun's playing up, it is. Bits have been broken off. That's playing up, innit? How would you describe it?
So, if a bit's broken off, where is it?
Where's it going?
Well, apparently scientists have been left stumped after a piece of the sun's surface broke off and began circling the sun's north pole like a vortex.
Here comes that solar flare.
Circling it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Like a vortex.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Talk about polar vortex. Material from a northern prominence just broke away from the main filament and is now circling in a massive polar vortex around the north pole of our star.
They got any pictures of it?
No,
Oh.
not that I can see.
Still, that's pretty impressive though, isn't it, the sun?
Yeah.
Yep. According to Mr. McIntosh, solar eruptions and sunspots are to be expected as the sun is more active than ever during this time.
It was Mr. McIntosh.
Scott McIntosh, a solar physicist.
The Deputy Director of the National Center for Atmospheric Research in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, he said, while he hasn't seen a vortex quite like this, something odd usually occurs with the sun's 55-degree latitude once every solar cycle.
Yeah, a mass coronal ejection straight in our faces with a weakened magnetic field.
We don't know. We haven't got a weakened magnetic field yet, Ben.
It's the cores stopped moving and changed around. It's got to have done something. They'd never tell us anyway.
That's what I said.
We'd have 8 minutes. That's how long it takes light from the sun to hit the earth. We'd have 8 minutes. They might tell us in 8 minutes. We'd probably get a text message through saying you've got 8 minutes left to live.
No, I don't think they do that. Cause mass panic.
For 8 minutes?
For 8 minutes?
Who gives a fuck?
Let everyone go nuts for 8 minutes, why not? Now in my policy in any natural disaster, Claire, if it's all going to shit, if everything's going to go tits up, I'll give you a 10-minute warning, how's that? Do what you want for 10 minutes. We're getting hit by a nuke.
Pillage
There's an asteroid coming.
Pillage and plunder for 8 minutes.
There's a solar flare on its way. You got 10 minutes, go for it. Fuck as much as you want. Make sure it's all consensual.
You've got to try and get as deep as you can, haven't you? Look for mine pits.
I thought you meant with penetration though. Got to get all your balls in and everything.
You've got to go
worthwhile.
You've got to go balls deep.
We've already discovered there's no bunkers near us, so...
There's all mine pits, so isn't there?
Would you really want to go in them if there was some sort of disaster?
Well, it's that
They're all capped, Mike, you ain't getting in them.
Yeah.
Fucking chew through it.
Of course you can.
They're all capped.
Get a bomb.
Are you going to get a bomb?
Build it, you can build it.
You going to build a better, you going to build a bomb, Mike?
Yeah.
That's what you're a terrorist have. Mike, you're submitting to a terrorist fucking knowledge there.
No, but you know, you can make household bombs, can't you?
You can, do you know how to make them?
No, I don't, but...
In 10
Quick look
minutes.
on the internet, I'm sure I could.
And you'd be flagged them immediately.
Doesn't matter, the world's going to end.
Johnny Rogers cooked.
In 8 minutes.
Get a fucking shovel and dig your way down.
You live in a 3rd-storey flat, where you going?
Your mine shafts.
Where's the nearest mine shaft?
Everywhere around
You got
here.
8 minutes. You don't even know
You have to plan it out, don't I? Plan my escape.
You have to.
Just jump down the sewer.
There you go.
Sewers.
Storm drains.
Be better than nothing.
Deeper the better of a sewer and do it.
Yeah, you just find a sewer, and if you find a passage goes down at any point, fucking get down it.
Into the cesspit.
Who gives a shit?
Spend your you'll be giving a shit. Elijah will be floating in it.
I'd rather that than get
Liquid
melted.
shit.
I know, but everything's going to be melted when you come up anyway.
Yeah, there'll be nothing left.
So I get
Literally the earth will be scorched to
get to
life.
repopulate the earth.
With who?
Me?
What, just you wanking on the ground?
Yeah. I'll like sprout little peat trees.
Before you die of cancers.
Be alright. I'll get some sunscreen.
Where? It's all gone. Everything's gone. There's nothing left.
Well, I grabbed
There's nothing left.
I grabbed some
It's just-
sunscreen before I jumped down the drain.
You gotta dig a fucking tunnel yet.
I'll be alright. I'll be right, don't worry.
It's coming. Solar flare. There we go. It's gonna be on it.
Sod's
Earthquakes,
law, isn't it?
polar shift, solar flare, economy crashing. It's all going downhill.
This sounds like a disaster, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Blind boxer to make debut against fully sighted foe in extraordinary fight.
This doesn't sound like it's going to go well.
I'm guessing that the sighted guy is going to be really fucking lenient on him.
I'm guessing the sighted guy's going to have some sort of bell on his head or something.
His head.
Yeah, it tingles.
Can we just point out that we
Why don't they
fully,
just blindfold him?
we fully admire the courageous decision of
Yeah,
this
fucking
athlete to do this fight.
Damn
we
right.
agree to that.
But if it was
We're all a bit incredulous. We're all a bit incredulous in a way.
Okay, he's not completely blind. He can see up to 3 feet in front of him.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, okay. So, blind boxer Thomas Sears will compete against a fully sighted opponent in an extraordinary fight next month.
Let me guess, Jake Paul?
The 23-year-old can only see up to 3 feet in front of him due to a severe congenital glaucoma and admits that he will struggle to see some of the punches coming in.
Oof.
Well, you don't want to see him anyway, do you? You want to dodge him?
Well, that's the whole point of seeing him, so you can dodge him.
Does sound like the kind of fight Jake Paul would take up, though, doesn't it? Let's face it, he likes to fight old men and people that he knows he can beat.
And the blind.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it sounds like
I beat a blind man!
It sounds like
if you do win, are you going to celebrate because you just beat a blind man?
Yeah.
Oh, you fuck.
No one can stop these guns.
But at the same time...
That's just a 3-punch fucking fight.
But what happens
is he left, right, uppercut, and he's down out, and you're like, yeah!
I beat a blind man. Look,
here's for charity, so you're going to go nuts, are you?
Flip it the other way round.
On the other side, sorry, Pete, his fucking Labrador might jump in the ring and have you.
But flip it around. What are you going to do if the blind man wins? If you're like the sighted boxer,
give up boxing.
Oh, give up boxing.
Got beat by a blind man.
Oh, just give up boxing. And I hope that, also on the other side, on the flip side of that, I hope this is one of them fights where like everyone has a good time.
It's like do you not?
I want to see that. I expect a boxing match to be no mercy. I'm sorry. I just do.
It to be like Rocky against fucking Apollo.
He's going to be like one of them gentle. He's going to dance around. He's going to tap him a bit, and he's going to have a little flurry.
Should we watch it?
Maybe got a little flurry.
When's it on?
Next month, it said.
It's going to be shit. It'll go the distance because it's a charity match, and they'll just have a little tap at each other, and the blind guy will show off a bit of skill.
Well, we'll try and remember about this, and we'll try and follow this up.
Think you'll follow up by boxing someone with no arms now?
He's gonna box him.
How can he box? Yeah.
Yeah, won again. I'm undefeated.
I beat a blind man, and I beat a man with no arms. I am the champion of the world.
And next I'm fighting a man with no head.
There's just a corpse strapped up like a wood in the corner, and someone wheels in and out the ring.
And after that, it's going to be a duck.
Oh, John Doe's looking a bit. He's looking a bit rigid. He's not moving much. The headless cadaver from the motorway we found, strapped to a trolley.
And for his title fight, he goes up against a 6-year-old girl
with rickets.
Anyway, good on him.
Hey, no, fair play to the blind guy. Like he's got some cojones.
Yeah, and it's almost like, oh man, I'd have to do it. I'd just do a left-right uppercut. I'd just put him down in the first round.
really chill.
You know.
What would you guys do?
Well, just
I probably wouldn't.
I know it's a charity, but you can't go
fair,
around.
he's probably going to beat me. The blind man is.
Well,
anyway.
you're a boxer too with this scenario. Hypothetically.
Try my best, you know.
I'd let him give me a few digs.
You got to at least give it 3 rounds, haven't you?
And then uppercut the
You got 3 rounds?
You got it, because, it's for charity. You can't knock him out in 1 punch, can you?
3 punches.
That's terrible.
No, I'd let him have a few digs on me, definitely. And
it's not the main event though, is it? I mean, it's it's not...
Have a bit of a dance for a round, and then maybe 3rd round, maybe the 1-2 combo, and take him out, but... leave it to round 3 at least.
Just like crush someone's dreams, I guess. Sounds terrible.
Shall we move on?
No, I don't mean it like that. It's just, I don't know. It just seems idiotic to me. I mean, fair play and all that. It's
but
great.
Just imagine when you come out and he's like, and the commentator's like, what's his name again? Mark, what was his name again?
I forget now.
Oh, he's like, the milky-eyed warrior.
The milky-eyed warrior. Fucking hell, you're deleting that one. Jesus.
Yeah.
We're not leaving that one in, Claire. Fucking hell, Claire. She says fuck all the time, and she comes out with shit like that.
It's a commentator. He'd have to say something.
Well, he just called him the carpet bomber.
The what? The carpet bomber?
Yeah.
What is that?
Indiscriminate punches. You know? Yes, he's windmilling.
Yeah, he's the windmill.
I like the Milky Eye Warrior.
Oh shit.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I told you my shit's obscure. Delete that
Ben.
shit, delete it.
Keep
No, I'm
doing
leaving that in.
It's terrible. I couldn't even remember the guy's name, and it was like the last piece of news.
Well, let's carry on with the toddler has joined Mensa after teaching himself to read, age 2, and counting Mandarin.
Wow.
The smarmy little fuck.
Oh, look at him with glasses as well.
They aren't real glasses, are they? Surely they're not, are they?
I hope not.
No, fair play. With child genius turns out to read, age 2. Fucking hell.
Oh, that's why he's wearing glasses like that.
Teddy Hobbs can also read Harry Potter
Yeah.
books, count to 100 in 6 other languages, including Mandarin, Welsh, French, Spanish, and German. The toddler who was born through IVF was admitted to the elite organisation, aged 3 years and 9 months, after scoring 139 on IQ tests. That kid's smarter than we are.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well, I don't read Harry Potter books, and I can't count to 100 in 6 other languages.
Explains the glasses though. He's a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah. Parents Beth and Will Hobbs from Portishead, Somerset, had no idea quite how smart Teddy was, and only got him assessed by fluke to prepare him for school in September. They didn't notice that kid was learning to read on his own.
Speaking Mandarin.
And speaking Mandarin.
He's speaking in tongues again.
Teddy, get down off the ceiling.
Oh, they're from Somerset.
What
I was
was-
like, oh no, what's this boy doing? He's speaking some funny tongues, this
Well,
one.
this kid is the Antichrist.
Aye, we can't train him up on a tractor. He's no good for that. Fuck you now, fair play though.
Well, Beth, 31, said, we did an IQ test where we basically told him he was going to sit and do some puzzles with a lady for an hour, and he thought it was the most wonderful thing. After he completed it, we were told he was eligible by Mensa's child advisor, so we thought he might as well join. We were a bit like, pardon? We knew he could do things his peers couldn't. I didn't realise how good he was.
Cool.
Fair play.
Imagine what. So, obviously, his IQ at 136. It's not like he can do what an adult could do at an IQ of 136. So it's relevant. It's like child.
Well, I mean,
No, he's got an IQ of 136. It's way more than me.
Yeah, but they're not giving him fucking maths questions like we'd be getting.
well, he will be in a few years, though. It's,
But that's what I'm saying. It's relative.
Relative to his age.
It's relative to his age. So you would hope that he does stay at that level
Yeah,
and
no,
probably increase.
he might be really shit at maths, but really good with English.
But you know what I mean? Obviously, he's only, what, 2?
Oh yeah, I mean, fucking hell, he's reading Harry Potter at 2, then...
That's just fucking mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never read Harry Potter, but I know they're books for older, like 6, 8-year-olds,
My little boy.
10-year-olds.
My little
Say
boy's
teens,
6,
isn't
and he's
And
only.
10-year-old, it grows with the audience, doesn't it?
My little
Starts
boy,
off more childish and then gets more grown up as they go on.
My little boy's 6, and he wouldn't even be able to. Well, he'd be able to read some of the words in Harry Potter, but I don't think he'd be able to read half the words in it. Like, he's 6, so that's just when you compare that. He's 2. Like most kids are just learning to walk at 2,
Not speaking Welsh and Mandarin.
or just about
Why Welsh?
starting to put words together, let alone
Yeah.
sentences.
Well, yeah.
Welsh, one of the fucking hardest languages in the world to learn.
I know, he's showing off at that point, isn't it? Welsh and Mandarin. And look at you, normal humans.
I know, if it was a bit of French and Spanish, yeah, fair enough. But Jesus. Wow.
Fair play.
That's all you can say.
Well, one day I'm sure Teddy will be our overlord.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Next up, beans in toast. UK should switch to broad bean bread, says researchers.
Really?
Switch to flour made from legumes.
Legumes, yeah.
Would make loaves healthier and more sustainable, says Professor.
But will they taste as good?
I don't know. But apparently it would be more sustainable and easy to deliver key nutrients using flour made from broad beans, also known as fava or fava beans.
Oh, it's a fine Chianti way.
Yeah. Could represent one of the biggest changes to UK food in a generation. I know that in some countries they put crickets, they grind up crickets in the bread.
I want that either.
Bit of protein in it.
Yeah.
And fibre.
Can't I just have some bread? Hey? Can't I just have some normal run-of-the-mill white bread?
To be fair, in our normal run-of-the-mill white bread, you'll find there's probably plenty of little animals within it, to be fair.
Yeah,
Because
well,
those
still.
mills, the amount of bugs and
Yeah, well, I don't
insects-
know. I don't care.
Probably lots of shitty flies and all sorts in your bread.
Oh, yeah, but... You know, it's... What I don't know about, I don't care.
It's all bleached and shit anyway, isn't it? So...
Oh, everything we're eating is probably giving us fucking cancer. It's all in the... Everything's polluted. It's all in the food chain.
They
Microplastics now in babies. That's not good.
like white flour's
good for
bleached,
us.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And white
Well,
like sugar.
It's all
bleached.
bad. It's all...
I'll give it a go. Bean.
Yeah, if it tastes like bread, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
As long as it don't make me have a bad belly or something, I don't care.
It's just a good way of getting nutrients in because a lot of people eat bread.
Well,
And it takes away that wheat, which a lot of people are intolerant to.
I do love me a sandwich. But still, I don't want fucking cockroaches and stuff in my bread. Ground up, I don't want that.
Too late, my friend.
Do you take any of them protein powders, ever? Them protein bars?
No, not really, no.
They're full of cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat them.
And finally,
So a 60 fucking hell. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, I kind of had to glance twice at that then. I had a double take on this one. A 60-year-old woman gives birth to her first child. And her husband dumps her right on the same day. Okay.
Well, that's a
good
bit
thing.
gutting, isn't it?
just a bit.
Atifa Jajic
Magic.
or something.
I don't know.
A 60-year-old new mother,
It's
basically.
called Atifa.
Atifa. She was married to her husband, Serif Nokia. They lived in Novi Pazar in western Serbia, Raska district, and both shared the dream of having a family. Together they tried to conceive a child for about 20 years, even resorting to fertility treatments as they got older. They knew that the chances were low, however they tried anyway. Eventually, when Atifa was 60 years old and Sarif was 68, they managed to get pregnant. Sarif could have been excited about the birth of their baby girl, but when the day came, instead of loving her, he abandoned both Atif and the baby girl.
He's like freaked out completely. Like, I'm 68, I don't fucking want this now. I give up on hope on this. I was just in it for the sex.
Yeah, he didn't want the sleepless nights, basically. with the
Yeah,
baby
yeah.
crying.
I bet he's up 5 times taking a piss anyway.
He basically just didn't want the stress of it all, man. It's like, fucking, you've been trying for so long.
Yeah, and I bet by this point he's thinking, like, ain't gonna happen, but we'll keep trying.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the try.
Yeah.
That's right, he's just in for the sex at this
Yeah,
point, isn't he?
and then she's like, oh, I'm pregnant, honey, and he's like,
Oh shit.
yeah.
He's like, yay, yay, and as he gets closer, he's like reading all the books more. He's like, oh, I'm going to sleep. I'm 68. I don't want that. Oh.
But
He already
60
he already had a prior family to this though, so
Yeah.
he obviously had children of his own from a prior relationship. So
He
I
obviously
just don't
didn't want kids again then, did he?
Yeah, he obviously knew what he was getting into in the sense that he knew, oh no, I've got all these
He's already
sleepless
thinking-
nights. Maybe he didn't think it would ever go to
Yeah,
term.
because she's too old.
He thought
60-year-old woman, is that a record? I don't know.
it's got to be. No, that's a record. I'm sure there was a woman in the 70s.
Yeah. It's old though, isn't it?
I'll find
Yeah.
out.
I mean, it's too old to have a kid.
40,
Yeah.
40's old to have a kid.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart fucking knocked away out at 60.
Four-
No, men can do it fucking till they fucking die. of old age, mate.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying that, you know, it's still a freaking daft age to have a kid out, isn't
God,
it?
yeah. Selfish, I think, because that kid's going to lose his dad when it's only a fucking teenager or whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, not Rod Stewart. He's part of the reptilian elite, isn't he?
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
At this stage, it was been replaced by one, maybe, allegedly, theorising.
73 was the oldest woman to give birth.
Wow, amazing.
Well, I suppose they're like Children of Men anyway. You know that film? Everyone thinks that film's awesome, man. I've never liked it. I watched it once and thought,
I thought it had some interesting themes
What
and
film?
stuff.
Children of Men.
I haven't watched it.
With the one pregnant woman.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I remember watching it. I can't really remember much of the film, but I remember watching it and thinking it was okay.
It's just Clive Owen. He can't carry a film. That's why he's not. That's why he's not acting anymore.
Michael Caine's in it.
Michael Caine's in it. He's all right. He's usually all right.
And Michael Caine. That's all he says in it.
One day we'll watch Zulu.
Stop throwing those bloody
He doesn't
spears
say
at me.
that.
I know he doesn't, but that's what he's famous for saying, even though he didn't say it.
Yeah, well, one day, Mike, I'll make you watch Zulu.
Fucking Zulu.
Christmas movie, pick one, yeah.
I think I've seen bits of the film. I've never watched it. I've seen bits like as a kid when it was on, and my dad might have had it on or something. I don't know. I remember seeing lots of men with red jackets on.
There you go.
That's about
It's a
it.
Christmas movie.
Is that why you think it's a Christmas movie? Because you got the red jackets?
Red jackets, loads of blokes in red and white. What else do you want?
It's all the Santas!
It's on at Christmas, he thinks it's a Christmas movie, but...
Why do they put it on at Christmas?
Because it's a Christmas movie.
That's fine. Let's call it a day, come on.
On that note, a chunk of the sun's broken off. Panic! Panic, people! Panic! You got 8 minutes! Nah, not really. It could happen. Something could happen though.
Build yourself some home explosives and
Start digging yourself
bomb
a
your way
hole.
down into the ground.
don't make home explosives though. Mike, stop telling people to do that.
I mean, Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, metaphors.
I'd say don't buy home, but don't make home explosives.
Only when the world's going to end.
And I've been Claire. Let's get behind this blind boxer. Old Milky Eye.
And I've been Pete. If you are of a ripe old age but you still want to have children, then crack on. Anything is possible.
I thought you said you didn't agree with it a minute ago. You I don't agree with. Now you're saying crack on.
I don't agree with fucking 943-year-old Rod Stewart having more children because he's going to be dead any minute and that poor child's going to grow up without a dad.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's my only thoughts on that.
But if they're 60, it's alright.
Well, there's still got 20 years potentially, isn't there? A good 20 years.
Maybe.
You'd hope.
You'd hope so, but you never know, do you?
Yeah, but if you go in at 80, then...
Oh, fuck me, can we just end the episode?
Yeah, bye!
Bye.